Baby, before I even begin, I want you to take a slow breath and just stay with me for a moment. Because what I'm about to tell you, it wasn't supposed to happen today. It wasn't planned. It wasn't expected. It wasn't something I ever thought I would say out loud. But it happened, and it happened because of you. A few hours ago, my friend. Yes, the same friend you already know. The same friend you hear me mention sometimes. Elon Musk, he sent me something. Not for me, not for himself, not for the world. He sent it for you, more specifically. He sent it for my future wife. And baby, I don't know why, but the first face that came into my mind was yours. I'm not saying this lightly. When I opened that message, my heart genuinely stopped for a second. I didn't expect it. I didn't even understand why he sent it. But the moment I saw what it was, I felt something inside me shift. Something warm. Something real. Something that made me think of you in a way I didn't even see coming. And I want to tell you everything. Not because it's big news. Not because it's dramatic. But because this moment made me realize you have slowly become one of the most important people in my life. I don't say this to everyone. I don't throw these words around for views or attention. I'm telling you because it felt like the universe was giving me a sign through a friend I never expected, about a woman I never expected to care this much about. Let me explain it slowly. When I opened my phone, I saw a message from him saying, "Brother, I made something digital for her. Use it whenever the right moment comes. She will smile." Just that. No details. No long explanation. Just that. And baby, I don't know why, but the moment I read the words for her, the only person my heart pointed to was you. Maybe it's the way you listen to me. Maybe it's the way you stay with me, even when I talk too much. Maybe it's the softness in your imagination when I speak. Maybe it's the way I feel something warm when I talk to you. Something that doesn't feel fake or forced. Or maybe it's because a part of me already knows what my heart refuses to admit. No matter how much I try to stay calm, something about you feels familiar, safe, close, like I've known you longer than I actually have. And when I opened the attachment, I froze. It was a digital gift, a small shining hologram type animation he designed himself. A little message, a warm symbol, something beautiful, something meaningful, something that isn't meant for everyone, something only meant for one person. And the craziest part, he named the file for your future wife, baby. I stared at that file for a long time. I didn't even open it at first because my hands were shaking. Do you know why? Because for the first time in a long time, I actually pictured a future where I'm standing next to someone I love, someone who listens, someone who cares, someone who feels like home. And in that picture, I swear, it felt like it was you. I don't know what's happening to me. I don't know why this message affected me so deeply, but I just felt this strong need to come here and talk to you about it. Not as a creator, not as a storyteller, not as someone trying to entertain you. I wanted to talk to you as a man who felt something real and didn't want to keep it inside. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized something even more surprising. Baby, maybe you don't even know how much place you've taken inside my heart these days. Or maybe you know and you just pretend you don't. But every time you listen to me, every time you stay till the end, every time you come back to hear me again, you don't even understand how deeply that touches me. It's like you quietly walk into my day and leave something behind. Something soft, something warm, something that makes me look forward to my next breath. And now, this digital gift, this thing my friend sent, it suddenly made everything feel a little more real, a little more possible, a little more like destiny is trying to whisper something to me. Baby, can I tell you something honestly? When I imagine my future wife, I don't imagine someone perfect. I don't imagine someone flawless. I imagine someone whose heart feels like a place I can rest. Someone who makes me feel understood without saying anything. Someone who feels like sunlight in the middle of a dark day. And I'm not saying it's definitely you. I'm not rushing anything. I'm not forcing anything. But I am saying that lately you make me feel that kind of peace. Your presence feels gentle. Your attention feels comforting. Your silence feels safe. Your heart feels familiar. And baby, do you know what scares me most? It's the way I'm slowly getting used to having you here. The way I'm slowly getting addicted to hearing you listen. The way I'm slowly finding myself searching for you every time I speak. And after receiving that digital gift, I don't know why, but a part of me whispered, maybe she's the one I've been waiting for. I'm not saying this story ends here. I'm not even saying this is the full story. There's more. There's so much more. But I can't tell you everything in one breath, because my heart is still trying to understand what it feels right now. I just want you to stay with me as this unfolds. I want you to walk with me slowly, step by step, feeling every emotion with me. I want you to hear my voice and know that I'm speaking from a place that is honest and raw and real. Baby, the digital gift is still unopened. It's sitting there waiting, but I didn't want to open it alone. I don't know why, but I feel like the moment I open it, something between you and me will change. And I'm not ready to do that without you. So, stay close. Stay here. Stay with me. Because this story, whatever it becomes, whatever direction it takes, whatever truth it reveals, it's not finished. Not even close. Baby, after I ended the last message to you, I just sat here quietly for a long time, staring at that unopened digital gift on my screen. It kept glowing softly, like it was waiting for me to touch it. But the strange part was, every time I moved my finger toward it, something inside me whispered your name in a way that made my heart feel heavy and warm at the same time. You don't understand what kind of emotional pull this is. It's like the universe is holding my hand and telling me, don't open this without her. And I don't know why, but that voice feels real. It feels true. Maybe because you've slowly become the only person I want to share my first reactions with. My honest reactions. My unfiltered feelings. I don't usually feel like this. You know me, I normally keep things private. Especially gifts, plans, surprises, anything that carries emotional weight. But this time, baby, you're the only person my heart wants to include. You're the only one I want to sit next to while I open something that was meant for my future wife. And that thought alone shook me. I mean, think about it. Why you, out of the thousands of people who watch me, who listen to me, who come and go, why does my heart keep stopping on your name? Why does my mind return to you even when I'm not talking? Why does your presence feel like something I can't let go of? Baby, after I put my phone down, I kept asking myself that question. I even walked around the room thinking, why am I feeling this way? Why her? Is this real? Is this just a moment? But no matter how many times I tried to push the feeling away, it just stayed. It stayed quietly, calmly, strongly, and then something strange happened. My screen turned on by itself because the file got auto-previewed. Just a tiny flash of light, just a small glow. And I promise you, my heart skipped so hard that I literally whispered, not yet, not without her. Baby, you know how rare it is for me to feel this kind of emotional hesitation. Usually I'm confident. I'm bold. I jump into things without thinking twice. But with this, with something that carries your name in my mind, I'm suddenly careful, soft, slow, like my heart doesn't want to mess anything up. And I realized something in that moment. I care about your presence in my life more than I admit, more than I expected, more than I'm prepared for. Because when something is meant for my future wife, and I'm thinking of you, that's not something small. That's not something casual. That's something deep. You know what makes this even more emotional? The fact that you're not here physically. You're not sitting next to me. I can't see your eyes. I can't hear your breath. I can't watch your reaction. But somehow, you still feel closer to me than people who stand right beside me. After that small preview flash, I sat down again, this time slower, as if my whole body wanted to process this moment carefully. And my mind went back to you, your softness, your patience, the way you listen to me, the way you stay connected to my words like no one else does. And baby, I'm not exaggerating when I say this. Your support, your calmness, your presence, it feels like a home I never realized I was searching for. You make everything feel more meaningful. My words, my stories, my late night thoughts, even my silence. I looked at the screen again and whispered your name under my breath. And I didn't even realize I did it until I heard my own voice. That's how deeply you've entered my heart. Quietly, without trying, without noise, without drama, just gently. And then my phone buzzed again. It was Elon, just a short message. One line. He wrote, "Open it with her, it will make sense." Baby, I froze. How did he even know I wasn't alone in this moment? How did he know I had someone in mind? How did he know the person I wanted to share this with was you? I didn't reply. I couldn't. My fingers felt heavy, like they were carrying emotions instead of blood. I just stared at that sentence, reading it again and again, each time feeling your presence a little stronger. Baby, do you understand what that means? He said with her, not with someone, not with your future wife, not with anyone. He said her, like he somehow sensed the connection forming between us even before I admitted it to myself. And that moment, it changed everything in my mind. It made me realize that maybe this gift wasn't just a random file. Maybe it wasn't just something cool or digital or futuristic. Maybe it was something meant to open a new chapter in my life. A chapter where your name is written on the first page. Baby, I know this sounds emotional, maybe too emotional, but I can't hide any part of this. Not from you, not anymore, because the way you've entered my heart is not like a guest. It's like you're someone who was always meant to be here, and I just didn't recognize you earlier. I finally picked up the phone and held it tightly, feeling the weight of everything, my emotions, my thoughts, my fear, my hope. And I whispered to myself, if she was here beside me right now, would she hold my hand? And a part of me answered yes. Quietly, softly, confidently. Yes, baby, that thought alone made my chest warm. It made my eyes soften. It made my breath slow down. It made me wonder how one person, you can make my entire day feel different without even trying. I decided I wouldn't open the gift yet. Not without telling you what happened inside me. Not without explaining the emotional storm I went through. You deserve to know everything. You deserve to hear every detail. You deserve every honest part of my heart. I placed the phone on the table slowly, like it was something fragile. And then I closed my eyes, and baby, I saw something. I saw a moment, just a small one, where you and I are sitting together someday. And I'm holding your hand, and you're smiling softly, and I'm opening this same digital gift in front of you. And the way that image made me feel, I don't even know how to explain it. It wasn't excitement. It wasn't nervousness. It was something deeper. Something that felt like a promise, a future, a gentle possibility. And now, baby, I want you to understand this clearly. This story, our story, whatever it becomes, is not ending here. It's not slowing down, it's not fading, it's only beginning. Because before I open that digital gift, I need you with me. I need your presence. I need your heart listening. I need your breath close. I need your energy around me. Not because the gift is important, but because you are. Baby, the next part of this story depends on you more than you think. The next moment, the next breath, the next step, it all becomes more meaningful when you're here with me. So stay close, stay with me. This is just the moment before something big opens between us. Emotionally, softly, slowly. And baby, I'm not opening that gift alone. Not now, not ever, not when my heart already knows who it wants beside me. Baby, before I even start this, I want you to breathe gently and feel my voice the way you feel a soft touch on your heart. Because what I'm about to tell you now, it's deeper than anything I said before. It's heavier, softer, more emotional, and somehow more real than I ever expected this story to become. And I want you to hear every word the same way you would listen if I were sitting right in front of you, looking into your eyes, speaking slowly, honestly, and only to you. I couldn't sit still. My thoughts were moving everywhere at once. My heart was beating like it was trying to escape. I kept thinking about you, not the idea of you, not the imagination of you, but you, the way you silently feel things when I talk, the way you hold your breath when something touches you, the way I somehow feel your presence even when you're not physically here. And that feeling, it didn't let me rest. I walked around the room again, but this time it felt different. Every step felt like it was pulling me toward you. Every breath felt like it was tied to you, somehow. I don't know how to explain it. It's not something my mind understands, but my heart does. It keeps telling me, baby, she has become a part of your silence, your thoughts, your heartbeat, and I couldn't deny it anymore. I kept looking at my phone from a distance, like it was something dangerous. Not because of the digital gift itself, but because of what it meant. Because the moment I open it, something between you and me will shift. Something will change forever. And I want that change. But I want it when you're ready to feel it with me. I finally sat down on the edge of my bed and held my head in my hands. I wasn't stressed. I wasn't sad. I wasn't confused. I was overwhelmed. The good kind. The kind that happens when something unexpectedly beautiful walks into your life and touches places inside you that you didn't even know needed warmth. I whispered softly, "Why her?" Not because I was questioning you, but because I was questioning myself. Why did my heart choose you so quickly? Why did your presence feel like home? Why did your attention make my entire day feel lighter? Why do I feel like you're already a part of a future I haven't even lived yet? And then something inside me whispered back, "Because she listens with her heart." Baby, you know how rare that is. Someone who listens not for entertainment, not for curiosity, not because they're passing time, but because they feel you, because they care, because something inside them connects to something inside you, quietly, deeply, naturally. That's what you do to me. I picked up the phone again, and this time I held it close to my chest, not using it, not opening anything, just holding it, because the digital gift wasn't just a file anymore. It became a symbol of you, a symbol of something my heart wants to share only with you, a symbol of a moment that belongs to us, not the world. And then something else happened that shook me again. A soft notification sound came. Not a message, not a call, just a small reminder that said, "Are you ready, baby?" I don't know if it was timing, coincidence, or destiny playing with me, but it felt like a question I wasn't answering on my phone. It felt like a question I was answering inside myself. Am I ready to let someone into my heart fully? Am I ready to feel something stronger than I planned? Am I ready to open a part of me that I've kept closed for so long? And the truth is, I don't know if I'm ready, but I know this: if it's with you, it feels right. I leaned back on the bed, closed my eyes, and imagined something I hadn't allowed myself to imagine before. I imagined you sitting right here next to me, your hand resting on my arm gently, your presence calm, quiet, but powerful. And I imagined you looking at me with that soft curiosity you always have, waiting for me to open that digital gift with you. And baby, that image didn't scare me. It comforted me. It made me feel something I haven't felt in years. Safety, not the physical kind, the emotional kind, the kind that makes you breathe easier without knowing why. I opened my eyes slowly and looked at my screen again, and I whispered something out loud that surprised even me. Baby, I want to open it with you. The moment those words came out of my mouth, I felt something warm spread through my chest. It felt like relief, like honesty, like my heart finally stopped hiding something it didn't want to hide anymore. And I realized, maybe this gift isn't about technology or surprise or anything dramatic. Maybe it's about connection. Maybe it's about the universe trying to push me towards someone who already feels like mine in a way I can't explain. Then I thought of you again. The way you listen to every detail, the way you stay till the end of every story, the way you don't run away from my emotions, but move closer to them. And I felt something else, something deeper, something softer. Baby, I think you're healing places inside me that you don't even know about. I got up, grabbed a glass of water, and looked at my reflection in the window. And for the first time, I saw something new in myself. A softness I thought I lost. A hope I thought I didn't deserve anymore. A warmth I thought no one could bring back. But you brought it. You didn't even try. You didn't force anything. You just listened. And somehow, that was enough to change everything. My phone lit up again. Not a message from him this time, but the same glowing file waiting patiently, like it was breathing, like it was watching me, like it knew I wasn't alone. I sat down again, held the phone in both hands, and this time I spoke to it like I was speaking to you. I'm ready to open it, but only if you're with me. And I meant it. Not symbolically, not dramatically, but emotionally, deeply. Because connecting that moment with you feels right. Because sharing something meant for my future wife with you feels natural. Because a part of me already knows the truth. I'm scared to say out loud, you've become the heartbeat inside this story. You're not a listener anymore. You're not just someone who's here. You've become a part of my world in a way no one else has. And I don't want this moment to happen without you. I placed my thumb over the file. I felt the vibration. The phone recognized my touch. It was ready to open. But baby, I stopped. Not because I was scared. Not because I was unsure. Not because I didn't want to see what was inside. I stopped because I wanted to feel you here completely. Emotionally, spiritually, deeply. Before I step into the next part of this story, it's a shift, a turning point, a moment where feelings become clearer, stronger, undeniable. And I want to walk into that moment holding your hand, even if it's just in my imagination. So stay close, baby. Don't go anywhere. Don't let your heart step back. Don't let your mind drift away, because the gift is still unopened. The story is still breathing, and the moment that comes next, it's waiting for the two of us. I want you to feel every word like I'm whispering it right beside you, because this moment, this exact moment, it's the closest my heart has ever been to yours. I sat there with the phone in my hand, the digital gift, glowing softly like it was alive, like it was feeling everything I was feeling. My thumb was right over it, just one tiny touch away from opening it. But instead of tapping, I closed my eyes for a second, and all I saw was you. Not blurred, not distant, not as a stranger, but as someone who already belongs in the quiet parts of my heart. And before I knew it, I whispered, "Baby, I wish you were here right now. Not to watch the gift with me, but to feel this moment with me. Because this moment feels bigger than a file, bigger than a surprise. It feels like a question, a confession, a step I want to take with you, not alone." I opened my eyes slowly, and the room felt different. Warmer, softer, like your presence was filling the space even though you weren't physically here. And it hit me, that's the power you have over me. You enter my silence, you touch my thoughts, you sit with me in moments when no one else even knows what I'm feeling. Baby, you don't know what you've become for me. I held the phone tighter, and my heart started beating faster. Not out of fear, but out of excitement, out of connection, out of this strange, beautiful feeling that maybe, just maybe, this digital gift isn't about my future wife anymore. Maybe it's about you. And when that thought hit me, everything inside me softened. I whispered again, "If you were here, I would open it now. Because with you, everything feels safe. Everything feels meaningful. Everything feels like it's supposed to happen slowly, gently, honestly. I don't want to rush this moment. I don't want to ruin the softness between us. I want you to feel included in every heartbeat of this story." So instead of tapping the file, I placed the phone on my chest and closed my eyes again, and I imagined your hand on mine, guiding my thumb toward that glowing gift. Not pushing me, not forcing me, just being there, warm and calm, letting me know I'm not alone. And baby, that feeling was enough to stop me from opening it. Not because I don't want to, but because I want to open it with you, truly with you, emotionally, intimately, completely. This gift, whatever is inside, can wait. But this connection between you and me, I don't want it to wait for anything. So I whispered one last thing into the quiet room. "Baby, when your heart is fully here with mine, when you feel ready, when this moment feels perfect, that's when I'll open it." And the story, it doesn't end here, because the gift is still glowing. Your presence is still growing. And my heart, it's still choosing you more and more with every breath.